Let's talk about lesson 1.3, converting unit rates. I'm going to do problem number 2 on page 28. In this problem, it says a skydiver is falling at about 176 feet per second. How many feet per minute is he falling? Okay, so I'm going to start out with what I know. So this person is falling at 176 feet per 1 second. And where I want to get to is feet per minute. So I don't know what that number is going to be, but I do know that my units are going to be feet per 1 minute. Okay? Now, the good news is I already have my units of feet taken care of. So I don't have to do anything with that. I've just got to convert seconds to minutes. Okay? All right. So I'm going to set it up this way. I'm going to start with 176 feet per 1 second. And I'm going to multiply this by some conversion that's going to give me minutes in my denominator. So if I know I need minutes in my denominator, which I can see from up here, I'm going to put minutes down there. And then if I put seconds up here, well, that's going to be nice because then I'll be able to cancel out my units of seconds. Okay, so if I know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, now it's going to be really easy for me to continue on solving this problem. I know my units of seconds are going to cancel each other out, okay? And so I'm going to be just left with feet and minutes, which is where I want it to be up here in feet and minutes. Let me make sure I can autofocus here. Cool. All right, so all I need to do now is multiply straight across. So 176 times 60, so that's going to be feet, then 1 times 1 minute, and I should get, let's see, I'm going to get my calculator because I don't necessarily know off the top of my head what 176 times 60 is. So I got 10,560, and my units up here are feet. And down in the denominator, I have 1 times 1 minute. So now I have my new unit rate. So the skydiver is falling at a rate of 10,560 feet for every 1 minute. Let's look at another problem about converting unit rates, but this time we're going to have to convert more than just 1 unit. We're going to convert 2 of the units. All right, so in problem number 4 on page 29, it says that a pipe is leaking at 1.5 cups per day. So I'm going to write that down, 1.5 cups per 1 day. And what I want to find out is how many gallons per week. So I don't know what the gallons is, over 1 week. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start with 1.5 cups per 1 day. I'm going to multiply this by some conversion that gets rid of my cups but gives me the unit of gallons. So I know gallons is going to be in the numerator, cups is going to be in the denominator, and I know that there are 16 cups in 1 gallon. So if I go through the process of simplifying this, sorry about that, my cups cancel each other out. I'm going to get 1.5 times 1 gallon. So I get 1.5 gallons over 1 day times 16. So that's 16 days. Okay. But now I want to figure out that in terms of weeks. Okay. So now I'm going to multiply it by another conversion. And what I want to have is weeks in my denominator. See, there's weeks in my denominator. And I'm going to have days in my numerator, and this is going to allow me to cancel out my days. So I know there are 7 days in 1 week. So if I start to simplify this, my days are going to cancel each other out. And so now I'm going to multiply those across, and I'm going to get 1.5 times 7. Oh, I don't know what that is. So 1.5 times 7 equals 10.5. So 10.5 gallons over 16 times 1 week, so that'll be 16 weeks. Now, I don't have a unit rate because my unit rate needs to be how many gallons in 1 week. I've got how many gallons in 16 weeks. So I'm just going to think of this as 10.5 divided by 16. And if I do that on a calculator, I should get something about 0.66 gallons per 1 week. Let's try one final problem. I'm on page 31, and this is problem number 17, and all we're given is this information. 21 miles per hour equals so many feet per second. So we're looking for what that's going to be. So we just know that we've got to convert miles to feet and hours to seconds. So we're going to have to do multiple conversions here. All right, so I'm going to start with 24 miles per 1 hour. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to convert my miles to feet. All right. Since my miles are in my numerator, in order to cancel them out, I have to put miles in my denominator, which means feet go in my numerator, which is what I want. I want my feet in the numerator here. And I know the conversion is 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. Okay. So now I can go ahead and I can cancel out my miles, and then I'm just going to multiply across. 24 times 5,280 equals 126,720 feet over 1 hour times 1 over 1 hour. Now, my feet are good. I got to where I want to be, but I've got to go from hours to seconds. All right. So I'm going to start here at 126,720 feet per 1 hour. And I'm going to multiply this by, I'm going to go from hours to minutes and then minutes to seconds, okay? Rather than jumping from hours to seconds, which I can do, I'm just going to take it in 2 steps. I want to put hours in the numerator because those will cancel each other out now. And then minutes is in the denominator. And I know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay. So my hours cancel out. I'm going to have feet and minutes now. And if I multiply those across, I get 126,720 feet per 60 minutes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and solve this right now. So this is going to be 126,720 divided by 60. That way, my numbers are going to be, a little bit more friendly. So now I have 2,112 feet per 1 minute. So I have a unit rate, but it's in feet per minute, not feet per second, which is what I want. So I'm going to come back down here again, and I'm going to have 2,112 feet per 1 minute. And I'm going to multiply this by some conversion that's going to change minutes into seconds. I want seconds in my denominator, so I know seconds is going to go in my denominator here. Minutes is going to go in the numerator, which is good because they'll cancel each other out. and I know that 1 minute equals 60 seconds. All right. My minutes will cancel each other out, and I'm going to multiply across, and I'm going to get 2,112 feet per 60 seconds. Now I know I don't have that in per 1 minute, so it's not a unit rate. So what I have to do is 2,112 divided by 60. I gotta figure out what that equals. That's going to give me 35.2 feet per 1 second.